Good morning. Hi, Ashley. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Much better. This time technology is cooperating with me.
That's always good.
Definitely. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Change the view here real quick. Here we go. All right. My name's Chelsea. I'll be leading you through your practice this morning. I'm excited to be here with you guys. Got a good size bunch of everyone for class this morning. So thank you for being here. Let's get started in child's pose. Come to your hands and your knees. Take your knees out wide to the edges of your mat. Stretch your fingertips to the front of your mat. Begin with your breath this morning. Let that be the very first thing that you put your attention on. Deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath back out through your nose. Again, inhale. Exhale even deeper. And this time, inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. Exhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again. Breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. And exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. A little pause at the bottom. Just continue to do that. Little 4-part breath. Taking in as much air as you can on the inhale. Exhaling till there's no air left. Soften your joints, bend your elbows, relax your jaw. I'm gonna do that one more time. Breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. Emptying out for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling at the bottom. And just continue that breath as you move through your practice this morning. Curl your toes under, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Draw your inner thighs to the back of your mat. Set your gaze between your feet. Shake your head loose, shake your head yes and no. Yes again. And draw your heels down towards the earth. Lift your toes from your mat, spread them apart wide. So you notice the space in between each toe crease this morning. And take 5 more deep breaths here. Maybe take any movements that you need to take here. And this morning, we're going to focus on equanimity. It's the art as meeting life as it meets you, without fuss, drama, resistance. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Open up your mouth, let out a sigh. Ha. Bring your feet to your hands, Ragdoll. Take your feet to the edges of your mat. Really wide stance. Catch opposite elbows or maybe a variation of your choice. Could interlace your hands behind your back or interlace your hands behind your shins, your calf muscles. Pull your chest to your thighs. Press down into the 4 corners of your feet. Maybe you start to straighten the backs of your legs a little bit if it's there for you this morning. Deepen your breath. And bring your fingertips to your mat. Step your feet together, bring your big toes to touch. Stand all the way up, extended mountain pose. Set your gaze up between your fingertips. Pull your outer shins in towards one another. Catch your right wrist with your left hand. Root down into the four corners of your feet and go to your left. Stretch the right side of your body. Look up underneath your right armpit. And keep rooting into your foundation. Reach over a little further. Nice deep stretch in the side of your body here. Breathe in. Exhale your way back to center. Switch sides. Catch your left wrist with your right hand. And go to your left. Stretch your right, excuse me. Stretch the left side of your body. Lift, spread all 10 toes out on your mat. Gaze up underneath your left arm, your left armpit. Take a deep breath in, reach over a little further. Come back to center. Take your fingertips up, look up, go for a back bend. Place your hands at your heart center. Set your gaze over your fingertips. We'll begin our practice with one Om. Inhale. Om. Reach up, mountain pose. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Bring your fingertips to your mat, or if you're modifying this morning, hands to your shins. Take a deep breath, lift halfway. Flatten out your back. Pull your shoulder blades into your spine. Go ahead and tuck your chin slightly towards your chest so the back of your neck lines up with the rest of your spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing, extended mountain pose. Spread your toes, your fingertips apart wide. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Step your feet to the back of your mat, high plank. Bring your heels over your toes. Draw your thoracic spine in. Pull your upper arm bones back. I'm going to take 5 deep breaths here. Option to bring your knees to the earth is an awesome way to take high plank. You take what you need from your practice this morning, but most importantly, breathe. Couple more breaths here. Notice if you want to be distracted, you want to be somewhere else, just be right here in the pose, whatever shows up. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, come forward and down, low plank, hover above your mat or go to your belly. Upward facing dog, pull your chest to the front of your mat. Draw your outer shins in towards one another. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. And just dropping what you know about your practice or what it's going to be like. And getting out of your head so you get access to your practice, leading from your heart, from your intuition. Big breath in. Empty out. And do that again. Fill your lungs to capacity. Let the air go. Bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Bring your feet to the top of your mat. Lift halfway. Fold. Extended mountain. Rise up. Big breath in. Maybe another back bend if it feels good. Bow forward. Lift halfway. High plank. Take 5 breaths. Not in a hurry to be in the next pose, just being right here in the pose you're in. Press your outer shins in. Pull your shoulder blades towards one another. You're doing great. Stay with it. If you come out, come right back into it. One more breath. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Take the tops of your upper arm bones straight to the back of your mat. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Empty out. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue, go ha, lion's breath. Walk or jump to the top of your mat. Rise halfway. Forward fold. Extended mountain, reach up. Big breath in, bow forward. Lift halfway, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Let the air go. Look forward, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, bow forward. Extended mountain. Grow as tall as you can here. Bow forward. Rise halfway. Walk or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Float forward. Half rise. Fold, extended mountain, one breath. Pull your ribcage up towards your ears. Bow forward. Lift halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. Set your gaze between your feet. Draw your heels towards the floor. Maybe you notice there's a little more space in your calves now. Maybe your heels are a little closer to the earth than your first down dog of your practice. As being present, noticing your breath, noticing your body. Bend your knees, lift your heels. Land your feet between your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Bend your knees. Reach to the sky. Uttanasana. Now pull your knees back behind your toes. Ground down the four corners of your feet. And then notice if your chest wants to fold towards the earth. Want to lift your chest towards the top of your mat, towards the ceiling. Draw your upper arm bones back by your ears. Breathe. Yeah, 5 more breaths here. And notice if you want to be reactive, you want to fidget, you want out of the pose, like stay, breathe. You want equanimity, practice staying. Sit down a little bit lower. Even if it's only like an inch more that your body moves here, sink down into it. Full breath in, exhale, fold. Rise halfway, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Step your right foot to your right hand, warrior one. Spin your back foot flat, reach your arms to the sky. Notice the direction that your hips are facing. Square your hips towards the front of your mat. Draw your right hip back, your left hip forward. Everyone, bring your front thigh parallel to your mat. So maybe that requires you to step your right foot up a little bit more so you get your leg parallel. Set your gaze between your fingertips. Look up, go for a back bend. Reach back for 5. 4, lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades into your spine. Come forward in your front leg. 2, 1, chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing dog. Bring your left foot to your left wrist. Warrior one. Get to do it again. Breathe in, rise up. Take your fingertips towards the sky or the ceiling, wherever you're at. Press your inner ankles back, your outer ankles down. Good, Mickey and everyone, take your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Firm up your back leg. Press the back of your thigh towards the ceiling. And go up and back. 5. 4, keep reaching your fingertips towards the back of your mat. Gaze to the back of your mat. 2, 1, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Great work. And take a few breaths here. Yeah, maybe shake your head loose again if that feels good. Yes and no, yes. Like yes to another sun B. Look forward, float to the top of your mat. Lift halfway, fold, Uttanasana. It's just another opportunity in your practice this morning. Keep a neutral pelvis. Lift the front of your pelvis as your tailbone descends. Press your hips towards the floor. Squeeze your leg muscles. Deepen your breath. That moment that you want to escape, take another breath in. Sink even lower into this. Fold. Half rise. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog, right side. Warrior one. Ground down the four corners of your feet. Reach up. Go back, take your back bend. Lift your chest towards the ceiling. Spark your fingertips to the back of your mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior one. Moving with your breath. Now your breath is your anchor here in your practice this morning. Square your hips to the top of your mat. Press your left hip back, right hip forward. Reach up and back. Pull your shoulder blades into your spine like you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. You don't want it to fall. Deep breath in, low push up. Up dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, open your mouth, exhale completely. Jump to the top of your mat. Half rise, fold, Uttanasana. Press down to the center of your heels. Shift your weight into your heels. Pull your toes up from the earth. Deep breath in. Exhale, bow. Half rise. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Bring your right foot forward. Warrior one. Big breath in. Rise up to the sky. Gaze up between your hands. Go for a back bend. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Reach up and back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Go there. Half rise. Fold. Uttanasana. One breath. Bow forward. Lift halfway. Walk or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Right side. Warrior one. Deep breath in. Go for a back bend. Come forward in your front leg. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior one. Look up, reach up, low push up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Gaze between your feet. And breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath at the top. Empty for 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again one more time on your own this time, without me counting for you. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Come forward, high plank. Right side plank. Spin your heels to the side of your mat. Right hand presses into the earth. Reach your left hand up to the sky, the ceiling. You can stack your ankles or stand on your knee. Your choice. All right, just seeing what is needed here and going from there. Pull your toes back towards your face. Pull your shoulder blades in towards one another. Lift your top leg to the sky. And maybe you catch your ankle or your big toe with your peace fingers. Few more breaths. Take your fullest expression here. Draw everything into your center line. Lift your hips up higher and come back, high plank. High plank, 5 breaths in your high plank. Set your gaze. Reach the crown of your head to the top of your mat. Deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Again, inhale, exhale, and bring your right knee to your right elbow. And switch, left knee to your left elbow. Switch, keep going, side to side. Pit of your belly in and up, engage your core. Bring your gaze between your hands. Keep going. Deep breaths in and out of your nose. Like notice, like if you want to be reactive here, if you're like already done with doing this abdominal work, I invite you like come back, stay. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Both of your feet face 12 o'clock. Reach your arms to the sky. Square your hips to the top of your mat. Deepen your breath. Interlace your thumbs up over your head. Draw your upper arm bones towards the back of your mat. Gaze up. Start to go back. Yeah, just play with going back, maybe until you see your back foot. Or if not, that's okay too. Maybe you fall out, that's okay. Couple more breaths. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Twist to your right. Your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press the back of your left thigh up towards the ceiling. Go ahead, loosen everyone. Bring your back heel over your back toes a little bit more. There you go. Look up, take your hands apart and bring your left hand to your mat or a block, a prop if you have one. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Maybe a half a bind, maybe a full bind is in your practice this morning. Deepen your breath. Draw your top lung back as your bottom lung moves forward. One more big breath in. Exhale, rinse deeper. Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. And bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Come forward, high plank. Left side plank. All right, left hand plants into your mat. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Stack your shoulders over one another. From your skin to your muscle to your bone, hug in, draw in towards center line, your spine. And from there, take your top leg up towards the ceiling. And just being curious. Take your leg up, maybe you fall out, or maybe you catch your ankle, your big toe with your peace fingers on this side. Few more breaths. At the moment you fall out, come back, stay with it. Lift your hips up, everyone. Deep breath in, high plank. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. Deep breaths in and out of your nose. I imagine that you're in the studio right now. There's 50 of us here, and it's just one big set of lungs. Your breath is going to be heard over everyone else's breath. And bring your right knee to your right elbow. Left knee to your left elbow. Keep switching side to side. And how are you viewing your practice right now? Just checking back in with that. Not wrong or right, just having an awareness what is showing up right now for you. Keep going, breathe. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. No, right? Like for me, resistance shows up like after I've done the core work and I'm like, I just want to go to down dog, but no, there's a chaturanga that comes instead. And just can you find equanimity in that, just like meeting your practice right where it is this morning. Ever is called in the practice, whatever it looks like, feels like. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Bring your front knee over your front ankle. Press the back of your right thigh towards the ceiling. Interlace your thumbs up over your head, or you can make cactus arms, goalpost arms here. Pull your shoulder blades in towards one another. Lift your chest and go back. Take a back bend. Your fullest expression. Deepen your breath. The further back you go, hands to your heart center, twist to your left. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Set your gaze up at the ceiling. Press the palms of your hands into one another. Lift your chest from your front thigh. Take your chest up towards the ceiling. And open up, bring your right hand down to your mat or prop. Reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Half a bind or full bind if you took it on the other side. 3 more breaths here. Each breath, lift your chest a little bit more towards the ceiling. Opportunity to go deeper. Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. And come forward, high plank. Right knee to your right elbow. Switch. Keep going side to side. Pit of your belly in and up. Notice your core, engage it here. Engage your breath. Ujjayi breath. Keep going side to side. This time we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if your right knee is not at your right elbow, switch, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Option to hold here or play with running man. Bend your elbows, create a shelf for your right knee. Play with balancing here, lifting your back leg. And for me, I try to bring my face a little closer to the earth and it gives me that momentum to play with lifting my back leg. For 3. And you've got this. Pit of your belly in and up, engage your core. 2. 1, downward facing dog, or if you're a vinyasa junkie, maybe a high to low, upward facing, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Empty it out. Feet together at the back of your mat. Come forward, high plank. We'll go again. Right knee to your right elbow. Left knee to your left elbow. Keep switching. If you want to bring your knees to the earth, do that. There's like no wrong or right here. Listening to your body. What do you need? Keep going. Set your gaze between your hands. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch, bring your left knee to, or your left elbow, excuse me, got a little frog in my throat there. Play with running man, or maybe you just hold. Deepen your breath. You've got this. It gets messy. That's okay. For 3, 2, and 1. Everyone make your way to child's pose. Press your hips to your heels. Stretch your fingertips to the front of your mat. Something that my teacher, Baron, the creator of the style of yoga, said recently was, like, it's easy to be equanimous, like to have equanimity when things are going great. Like the challenge is to be equanimous when things are not so great or they're challenging. That's where the work is. And so I invite you, like, where can you lean in instead of resist, react in your practice this morning? Or maybe there's somewhere in your life where you could lean in rather than react and resist. So you can experience more equanimity there. And downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat. Walk or jump forward. Lift halfway. Fold. Stand all the way up, extended mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Standing leg raise. Bend your right knee. Bring your right palm to your right knee, or if you want to work a fuller expression, grab your right big toe with your peace fingers. If you have your big toe, try straightening your right leg out in front of you. Everyone press down through the 4 corners of your feet. Open up. Take your right leg to the right side of your mat. Left arm out to the left side of your mat. Ground down the 4 corners of your feet. Especially if you're feeling wobbly here. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring everything back to center. Reach your arms up to the sky. Press your right leg to the back of your mat. Take your fingertips to the back of your mat, airplane. And roll all 5 of your pinky and big toe, all your toes. I don't know why I'm saying your pinky and your big toes this morning, but all of your toes towards the earth. Square your hips to your mat. Draw your upper arm bones back towards your ears. Good. Breathe. And from here, sweep your arms to the front of your mat, like you're coming into your warrior 3, and take your arms back, airplane. Press down through the inner arch of your standing foot, and take your fingertips to the front of your mat. Gaze 2 inches in front of you, and sweep your arms back, airplane. Lift your chest even higher, and reach forward. Press the back of your leg up towards the sky, and reach back, airplane. One more time, reach forward, warrior 3, breathe. Gets messy, you fall out, come back. And reach back, airplane, big inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Half moon, take your right fingertips to your mat or a block. Reach your left hand up to the ceiling. Stack your hips over one another, your shoulders over one another. And draw your front rib cage in towards your center line, towards your spine. Expand your upper back, your mid back. Maybe you take sugar cane, bend your top knee, catch your top foot. Breathe. Everyone breathe. Good, Erin and everyone, keep a slight bend in your left knee, soften your joints. Lift your right leg up higher. Look up. Release, Ragdoll. Awesome job. Sway left and right. And release your hands to your mat. Toe heel your feet together. Rise all the way up. Extended mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your hips. Standing leg raise. Bend your left knee. Place your left palm to your left knee or catch your big toe with your peace fingers. If you have your big toe, straighten your left leg out in front of you. Everybody press down through the inner arch of your standing foot. Open up. Take your left leg to the left side of your mat. Right arm to the right side of your mat. Gaze to your right thumb. Soften your joints. Deep breaths. Come back to center. Left knee comes back to center. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Press your left foot to the back of your mat. Airplane. Arms by your side. Palms of your hands face down. Notice where your gaze is at. Set it a couple inches in front of you. Draw your thoracic spine in. Pull your upper arm bones back. And same thing as before. Take your arms towards the top of your mat, coming into your warrior three. Lift your chest, draw your upper arm bones by your ears, and take your arms back, airplane. Lift your back leg higher. Press through your heels here, centers of your heels, and reach forward. Warrior three. Got this, breathe. It gets messy, that's okay, come back. Don't give up on yourself here. And reach back, airplane. Lift your chest higher, you've got this, breathe. And reach forward, warrior three. And reach back, airplane. One more time, this is it. Warrior three, reach forward, lift, engage your leg muscles here. Reach back, airplane. Hands to your heart center. Half moon, take your left fingertips to your mat or prop. Put your right hand up to the sky. Ground down the four corners of your feet. If you want to catch your ankle, your foot for sugarcane, go for it. Ujjayi breath. Press down through the inner arch of your standing foot. Start with your foundation to create stability. Deep breath in. Lift your chest. Look up. Release, Ragdoll. Take your feet wide here. And from Ragdoll, everyone come into goddess pose or yogi squat, whatever you want to call it. And take your feet out slightly towards the edges of your mat. Bring your elbows to the insides of your knees. Palms of your hands together. I'm going to lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Gaze to your fingertips. You can rock back and forth if that feels good. Deep breath in. Open your mouth. Let out a sigh. Ha. And release. Toe heel your feet together. And stand up. Tadasana. Reach your fingertips to the ceiling. Tree. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh, your shin. Hands at your heart center. You can also leave your right big toe on your mat. It's an awesome way to take tree. If you want to grow your tree, go for it. You can reach your arms up. Maybe you take a back bend. Three more breaths. Set your gaze and breathe. Good, Christina and everyone. Lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades to your spine. Take a full breath in. And lower your right foot back down to the floor. Switch sides, tree. Bring your left foot above or below your right knee, hands to your heart center. Soften your joints. That includes your jaw, your faces, some of you. And take your left knee out towards the left side of your mat. So really opening your left hip here. 3 more breaths. If you want to grow your chi, go for it. Every variation you want to take, but go now. And fill your lungs up. Empty. Bring your left foot to your mat. Big toes touch. Sweep your arms to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Reach up. Take a back bend. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right hand, warrior 1. Straighten your front leg, Trikanasana Triangle. Bring your right hand to the outside of your right shin. Block is great here. Reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. And bring your gaze up to your left thumb. Pull your outer shins in. Take a deep breath. Lengthen on your inhale. On your exhale, twist a little deeper. On each breath, can you lift your chest a little bit more towards the ceiling? Couple more breaths here. Again, like that moment you want out, you're distracted, you want to be somewhere else. Can you stay? Can you practice equanimity? Press into your feet. Take a deep breath in, reach up, expand from the inside out. And bring your hands to the floor, both hands to your mat. And walk your fingertips, your feet around to the side of your mat. We're going to come into a wide leg forward fold. Reach the crown of your head towards the floor. Both of your feet are at 12 o'clock. And line your fingertips up with your toes. If tripod or variation is in your practice this morning, go for it. If you're not taking an inversion, catch your big toes with your peace fingers. Everybody breathe and set your gaze. And if you're not in inversion, lift halfway. Extend the crown of your head towards the side of your mat. Fold. Pull your chest towards your thighs. Halfway rise, pit of your belly, in and up. Move from your core. Fold. If you're in inversion, tripod, come down. Everyone lift halfway, bring your hands to your hips. And draw your elbows up towards the ceiling. Flatten your back here like you have Tadasana, spine. Reach the crown of your head forward, tuck your chin slightly. Yeah, Mickey and everyone, tuck your chin a little bit more. And take a deep breath in. Use the strength of your legs, your core. Lift all the way up. And pivot your feet to face the front of your mat. And step your left foot up to meet your right. Extended mountain pose. Big breath in. Bow forward, Uttanasana. Lift halfway. Jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Triangle, straighten your front leg. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left shin or block. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Gaze to your top thumb. Pull your front rib cage in. Expand your mid-back. Your inhale, reach like you're gonna grab something from off the ceiling. Twist on the exhale. Lift your toes from the earth. Notice if you're digging into the earth with your toes. Press down through your big toe mounds, your pinky toe mounds, the centers of your heels instead. Like see how that shifts the pose. Take a breath in. Expand from the inside out. And bring your hands to your mat. Walk your hands and your feet around to the other side of your mat. And take your feet out really wide as you can. And just work on making your way to your forearms. If you're not able to get your forearms to the earth, that's fine. Maybe you can use a block, come halfway, if that's possible. And take 5 deep breaths here. And shift your hips forward. Bring your hips, your ankles. Everybody take a breath. Let the air go. Walk your feet in about halfway. Bring your hands to your hips. Same thing, draw your elbows up towards the ceiling. Flatten out your back. Crown of your head reaches towards the side wall, side of your mat. Stand all the way up. Pivot your feet to face the front of your mat. Step your back foot up to meet your front foot. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of your mat. And come forward, high plank. Right knee to your right elbow. Switch, keep going side to side. Again, option to drop your knees if you need to. Set your gaze between your hands. And notice the quality of your breath here. Deepen your breath. So you're like thriving, not surviving here. Got 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay on your belly, rest on your favorite cheek. And switch cheeks. And bring your forehead to the center of your mat. Place your hands by your rib cage. And take a look at your elbows. See if they're stacked over your wrists. If not, bring them there. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward, walk or jump to seated. Make your way onto your back. Bridge. Walk your feet back till they graze your fingertips. Lift your hips to the sky, moving right into bridge. So notice like if there's resistance, if there's reaction. I know like a minute I hear bridge, I'm like there's a reactivity. There's like a moment of resistance. And there's an opportunity to let that go, to get out of your head and into your body. Instead, like drop the story and just go. Lift your hips up. Tuck your tailbone under. Lift your pelvis up towards your belly button. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hips down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Wheel. Place your hands by your ears. Straighten your arms and lift up. If you have wheel in your practice, I invite you, go for wheel. If it's a bridge kind of morning, that's fine, you take bridge, but if you can take wheel, go for it. Mickey, bring your legs in a little bit closer, like hip width distance, everyone. Take a deep breath in, chin to chest, lower your hips to the floor. Take your knees side to side. And wheel, go again. Press into your hands, lift up. Lift up before you even have a chance to create a story around this. Just go, be in action. Deep breaths. Aaron, bring your feet to 12 o'clock, big toes to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Good, Ashley, squeeze your block even more here. If you have a block between your legs, chin to chest, come all the way down. A deep breath in. Empty it out. Wheel. Go again. You've got this. Lift up, calling all wheels. Plenty enough warmed up now, so you just go. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze your leg muscles. Propel your hips up higher. Chin to chest. Bring your hips to the floor. Big breath in. Empty out. Go again. Wheel pose, calling all wheels. Lift up. Pull your outer shins in towards one another. Big breath in. Exhale. Bring your hips down to your mat. Your knees left and right. And one more wheel. You've got it. One more wheel. This is it. Go now. Last one we're going to do. Lift up, like show up for you. Show up for your Zoom neighbor this morning. Take a big breath in. Come all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, let your knees fall open wide. Rest a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Press the four corners of your feet into one another. Pull your toes back towards your knees. You're still active here. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. Interlace your hands behind your head or bring your fingertips to your temples, your choice. Lift your shoulder blades 2 inches from the earth. See if you can lift both shoulder blades from your mat. Start to pulse up towards the ceiling, chin and chest towards the sky. I'm mindful you're not yanking your neck here, like moving from your abdominal muscles, your core, and keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, keep going, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Hug your knees to your chest. Take a deep breath in and let it all out. Great work. Rock and roll from your head to your tailbone 2 times. We'll meet up in down dog. You can go right to your down dog, or maybe you take a vinyasa one last time, high to low, up dog, down dog. And bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Lift your right leg to the sky. And bring your right knee to your right wrist, half pigeon. You can place a block or a prop underneath your right thigh if needed. Fold forward. Make your way to your forearms. Set your gaze down at your mat. And soften your joints. And make your way off of your forearms. Reach forward. A few more breaths here. Stretch your fingertips forward. And breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Downward facing dog. And feet together at the back of your mat. Lift your left leg to the sky. Bring your left knee to your left wrist, half pigeon. And fold forward. And this past week in the 40 Days to Personal Revolution program, I'm doing our meditations up to 15 minutes now. And in the beginning of the week, there was not a lot of equanimity present for me in my meditation. I found myself wanting to be distracted, like wanting to scratch that itch or like adjust myself. And what I notice is that like the less attention that I put on that, the more equanimity I experienced. So what do you need to take your attention off of so that you can experience more equanimity? Maybe it's this something in this pose, maybe there's somewhere in your life. You take your attention off of something and there'd be more flow, or what the yogis call vinyasa. And take a big breath in. Empty out. Walk your hands up by your hips. If you have a prop underneath you, go ahead and remove it. Slide your back leg around to the front of your mat. Straighten both legs out in front of you. Come onto your bottom. You can shake your legs out if it feels good. And sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Bow forward. Uttanasana, forward bend. And bend your knees as much as you need to for your chest to rest on your thighs. And take a deep breath in. Lift halfway. And fold. Pull your toes back towards your face. Lift halfway. Exhale, bow a little deeper. One more time, half lift. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. And let go of your feet. Make your way onto your back. Set up for an inversion of your choice. Waterfall, shoulder stand, headstand, handstand, if it's in your practice. And just making your way there now. If you're in shoulder stand, bring your feet over your head for plow. Everyone press the backs of your thighs towards the ceiling. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Plow to deaf man's pose. Bring your knees to your ears. Headstand. Make your way to child's pose. Everyone make your way out of the pose, come onto your back, make your way into, actually just hug your knees into your chest for a moment. So come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big squeeze. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, empty. Let your knees fall over to the right side of your mat. Take your arms out into a T shape. Gaze to your left thumb. A little gentle supine twist. Press your shoulders into your mat. And switch your knees to the other side of your mat. Arms out in a T shape. Gaze to your right thumb or whichever side. Just switch your gaze to the opposite side. And come back to center, butterfly, feet together, let your knees fall open. And rest your arms wherever is comfortable for you. We'll take one more 4-part breath. Take a big breath in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And release the air for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Make your way into Savasana. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Bring your arms by your side. And just relax your breath here. Let your breath return to normal. Close your eyes. Rest. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring some subtle movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Take your head left and right. And roll on to your favorite side. And with your eyes closed, press yourself up to a seated position facing the front of your mat. And sit up tall. Bring your hands to your heart center. And we'll seal our time together with 1 Om breathe in. your thumbs to the center of your forehead. The love and the light in me honors and sees the love and the light in each of you. Together we bow. Namaste. Awesome work, everyone. Really great job this morning. Give yourself a high 10. High 10 your neighbor in the camera there. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Acknowledge you for showing up. And I just want to encourage you to keep showing up on your mat. Keep doing the work. If you know someone in your life, whether they are new to yoga or seasoned practitioners, invite them, like enroll them. We're all still like in quarantine or various phases of that right now. So yeah, just keep showing up and doing the work. Again, thank you so much. And I hope to see you back soon. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.